thermoelectric cooler, one side for cooling and the other for heating. And the cooling side, its minimum temperature can usually reach about -10 degrees Celsius. If we add a small fan to the cooling side, add a small fan and blow out the cooling air around it directly, then it will be a small air conditioner chiller. Oh my God, you are a genius. Let's make one by hand to test and see if it's the same, whether it is the same as what we think. First, measure the length and width of the radiator with a caliper. Then, mark the radiator on the wooden board with a ruler. Draw the line. Then use a drill to remove the unnecessary wood in the middle. Directly dig it out. Then knife it and put the removed wooden frame directly on it. Saw for aluminum strip frames of similar size. Mix 2 types of strong adhesives, type A and B, then N. Glue the 2 pieces on both sides of the radiator, which is mainly used to fix the wooden board from falling off the 4 corners around. Use a 5mm drill to make screw holes. There are 6 semiconductor chillers. Apply 6 small cross-shaped thermal conductive silicone. The bottom part is mainly for heating, in order to achieve the best cooling effect above. So the heat needs to be dissipated as much as possible. Here on the top, we add another radiator to it, which can also be called a heat sink. It is mainly to make the cooling surface the largest. Install 2 small fans on the upper and lower sides so that the cold air can be blown out, okay? Prepare a 6-hole terminal block. Fix it to the side of the refrigerator with screws. The negative pole and the negative lead on the right are all connected in parallel. Screw them together, the positive wire, also in this way in batches. Operation, of course. If one hole is not enough, use another hole to install. It's no problem to do so. As for the input wires, divide it into a negative wire, 2 positive wire connections, so that we can control the cooling degree of the refrigerator. Then install the small fan on it. The 2 above are mainly used to absorb the cooling air, and the 2 fins below are mainly for heat dissipation. Okay, install a cooling chip on the cooling side. Let's test to see how effective it is. See, it's not in just a few seconds. On the top of this cooling chip, a thick layer of frost has formed on it. It shows the cooling effect of this thing is quite good. Okay, now install it on the side of the window. The cooling side is facing the room. Let's see if it can. Can we lower the temperature of the room? A little bit lower. Under normal conditions, the temperature of the room is 24.9, and the temperature of the air outlet is 25. Turn on the power switch. At this time, we can see the temperatures of both are dropping rapidly, which shows that it is not bad. Of course, the room is too big. The cooling effect is not so obvious. However, it can still lower the temperature in the air, which is acceptable. In short, shrinking semiconductor is simple and feasible.